If you owe me money and I see you keep gaining weight, that's disrespectful. Yo, Kevin Gates said, we covered Keefe D on a couple of occasions already. He went on various interviews saying what happened. So basically,
According to him, yeah, he was doing it
yeah,
for the
now
money.
he's saying, so if I understand correctly, now he's saying that it's all a lie, or he was just doing it for the money. He was
All
starting
for the money.
KR. He was starting as Cameron and Mace would say.
Oh man. Hey man. It's crazy. It's crazy. So yeah. He's that's what he's saying now. Let's continue watching, by the way.
And prosecutors say Davis incriminated himself in his 2019 memoir, Compton Street Legend, and in this on-camera interview.
You said the shots came from the back. Who shot Tupac?
To keep for the code of the streets. It just came from the backseat, bro.
Davis now says his previous admissions connected with the shooting were made under duress and for money, claiming he did not write his own memoir and was fed information by police.
I shouldn't have said nothing. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't have said nothing. And I'm innocent, man.
Prosecutors declined to respond directly to Davis's new claims. They say their case is strong and they expect a conviction.
KR, can we just change the timeline like this? Is this like the Marvel cinematic universe where we just change timelines and say what we did actually wasn't us? And is that what's going on here?
Maybe he's doing the multiverse stuff.
I shouldn't have said nothing. You know what I'm saying?
I wasn't there. It was Robert Downey Jr. as Doom, not MF Doom, but as Doom. Hey man, yeah, maybe it is, man. Maybe it is. So let's rewind a little bit. All right, let's rewind. In 1996, Tupac Shakur, one of the most legendary rappers of all time, was popped in a drive-by on the Las Vegas Strip after leaving a Mike Tyson fight. He was sitting next to his death row CEO, Suge Knight, when a white Cadillac pulled up, a stereotypical. And someone opened fire. No one knows who. 6 days later, Tupac passes away, but nearly 3 decades later, police was able to open up an ice-cold case. How did they do that? Las Vegas police finally charged Dwayne Keefe D, or Keefe D, a former Compton Crip and a guy who has spent years claiming he knows exactly what happened. Is this a situation of running your mouth and getting yourself caught up? Or is this just an innocent man, a pillar of the community, of the Crip community, getting caught up by the police because they need to lock someone up?
So, KR, I'll ask you this. First and foremost, let's evaluate his newest version. Maybe in the future, he'll say that he didn't say it. It was a deep fake of him. But let me ask you this, KR. You're the death row CEO, Suge Knight, infamous Suge Knight. Everyone fears you. People know that they shouldn't mess with you. You know that he's been known to be a bit aggressive.
Bully.
So, and you're telling me that it was an inside job, because that's what he's saying right now.
Yeah, that's what he's claiming, that it was a setup by the
Now I have a question for
by
you.
the bodyguard.
I have a question for you, KR.
Tell me.
If I offer you money right now, right here, I offer you, and we know how much money people do weird things like $5,000, $10,000.
And
To throw
they
away there.
capping people's head off for 3K.
Yeah. So the question is, KR, if I tell you to do it, that's one thing, right? You
To
pay
do
someone
the deletion. you mean.
execution.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
deletion. I mean, if you do the deletion, that's one thing. Okay. But I have a question.
Mhm.
If I tell you that I'll pay you double the money to put on paper that you did it or that you were involved, and I'll pay you even double that to go on various outlets,
So
platforms,
you're at
podcasts,
12,000.
and talk about that, would you?
So I have this is an important question right here. This is the most important question in your hypothetical.
Okay.
Are my ribs touching?
Well, his
Am I
ribs aren't
hungry?
touching.
Am I hungry?
His ribs aren't touching. As what's dude's name? Kevin Gates said. Kevin Gates said, if you owe me money and I see you keep gaining weight, that's disrespectful. Yo. Kevin Gates said, if you owe me money, and I'm paraphrasing, if you owe me money and I see you keep gaining weight, that's disrespectful.
Yeah, I might have to confront you. You need to. Your ribs must be touching
Yeah.
to pay me
So-
back. No, but it's. I mean, to be honest, RJ, I think the biggest thing here is probably he was bottomed out. He had no money. He had a story to tell. Maybe he was there.
But that's
Probably he was there.
so that's in the hypothetical situation where he's telling the truth, is what you're saying.
Well,
Or do you believe
well,
him? Or do you believe him?
I wasn't there. Who do? Well, he told the story 1,000 times. At this point, I have to believe the initial story.
Okay.
But RJ, we also know there are cloud chasers.
I'm saying if you're a cloud chaser, let's say you
I
cloud
wouldn't do
chase.
it. So we're talking. If I would do it, if without tell the story, even if I wasn't there, no, because you're incriminating yourself. But don't
Yes,
forget,
but I have
RJ,
a-
he also wrote. He also signed a proffer deal.
But my question is the
2008.
following. But my question is the following. If it's, let's say that what you're, let's say whatever his ribs were touching, let's say he really needed it. Yeah, so let's entertain this.
You gotta
Bull
entertain it, yes, because it's a bull
Let's
crap.
entertain
But
it.
okay, let's entertain it.
Let's
yeah.
entertain it. Okay. KR, this is the question, right? If it is true that he needed the money and he decided to go on various platforms and talk about the story that was apparently invented or allegedly invented, and he decided to write it down in a book, and I mean that can be his defense. I mean that he wrote anything, that can be his defense. I'm just saying.
Let's continue.
But my question is,
Hey, yo.
you're putting yourself at risk of it being used against you.
Of course.
At the end of the day, you have to carry the consequences of your decision. And I always talk about Snoop, because if you look at Snoop, how he rebranded himself, how he, let's say the way that he is beloved all around the world, you can argue that they came from the same environment, more or less.
Mm-hmm.
But it just
Yep.
goes to show you it's important that, I mean, you can decide where you're born, who your parents are, who your neighbors are, but you can influence your trajectory. And so you want to do it the easy way or you want to do it the hard way. And nowadays with the social media, you can cloud chase. And we can right now get triple or 4 times, quadruple the amount of subs and likes if we decide to just go at people instead of
Yeah.
talking about trending topics, right? If we decide to go and attack people to cloud chase, we'll grow faster. But is that what you want?
And also reach the level of almost slander.
Yeah, but is that what you want? Is that what you want?
No,
Is that the way you want to grow? Or do you want to develop quality shows, which takes time, which is basically trial and error? And if it is true what he's saying, then he's still the one that needs to suffer the consequences.
That's the crazy part, right? So I'll be honest, RJ. I mean, it's a defense, right? Doesn't mean it's the right defense. It's a defense. I mean, how else can he explain the stuff he has been doing? What kind of other defense is there out there? Yeah, I was lying. I was lying for 6 years. I was cloud chasing. You shouldn't believe me. I wasn't there. I wasn't there. I was 600 miles up west. Well, east.
Yeah. And
It's a crazy theory he's coming up with, because he's basically saying the whole book he wrote, which is called Compton Street Legend. He says he never read the book. His co-writer made it up. The confessions were all for financial gain. He was never in Vegas. I mean, it keeps stacking up. The Crawford deal. You have the Crawford deal. If I read real quick, the original confession. He originally confessed to being in the car. That's part of the deal.
Yeah.
The Crawford deal. So that's official. That's an official deal. The deal was supposed to protect him from prosecution, but here's the catch: it only applies to LA.
Not even California.
Bruh, it applies to LA, so that's how they set him up.